All right, and we are live. I am just waiting for the video to connect on my other monitor for YouTube, so that I can grab that link and put it in our group so that our community can conveniently join us on YouTube Live and in the live chat. Okay, let me grab this link. Awesome, awesome, awesome. Put that there, and it should be going into the group, and it is. All right, cool beans. All right, speaking of groups, if you are an entrepreneur that is spinning your wheels and struggling to make it to your first six figures in business, this morning show is for you. But being in studio for this show and having the opportunity to take advantage of the hot seat to get your individual obstacles addressed, just like Dr. Tachi, Dr. LaFera, Dr. Latoya, Kimberly, and Shawana Kennedy, you need to be in the group. Because this morning show is just one of the ways you can take advantage of value given by this group. So go to shaycannon.info/group to join us. We come together as a free business mastermind, giving more value than most paid masterminds. We have three pillars that we give. One is we come together and build community with events like a virtual happy hour and a movie club night. Two, we are intentional about collaborating to make each other's businesses better and to make money together. In fact, we have a collaboration event this Thursday. Number three, we have conversations that are transformation for your business growth, like free trainings, which we're doing part 2 of on Wednesday, and this morning show. So you need to join us, shaycannon.info/group. All right. Cool beans. Welcome to your first six figures morning show. This week's blog is at shaycannon.com/writing. That's shaycannon.com/writing. I'm going to drop that link for YouTube over there, because what we're talking about this week is contributing writing to elevate entrepreneurs' brands and increase revenue. All right. What we know is last week we talked about speaking and how speaking is a powerful tool to help you introduce yourself to more people. Contributing writing is also a powerful, potent tool. However, I like contributing writing better because it has long-term positive effects for you. Okay. So we're going to add contributing writing into the same field with speaking. So if you want to be a speaker, I want you to also consider doing contributing writing, even if you're not wanting to do speaking, because y'all know public speaking is the #1 phobia. So if you're not able to do public speaking, contributing writing is a great substitute, even more so, I would say. Okay. Now, on yesterday, we talked about part 1, which what are the benefits of speaking. Okay. So if you need to know more about the benefits, like why should you, I'm not speaking, but writing, contributing writing. If you need to know more about why you should be doing contributing writing, go to yesterday's replay. That was part 1. Today, we're going to talk about platforms. Okay. The platforms that give you the opportunity to be a contributing writer. So once you've identified potential platforms, it's essential to assess each one's relevance and quality before investing time and energy into contributing. Start by evaluating the platform's authority within your industry. Look for established sites that are well regarded and regularly produce quality content. It's also important to ensure that the platform's values, tone, and overall brand align with your own. Shout out to the Business Clarity Clinic, because y'all should be very clear on what your brand's values and things are. Okay. You should be very clear on who your audience is. And so this is going to help you now pick the best platforms for your offer. Okay. Because that's what we're doing stuff for. We want to get more people funneled through to take us up on our invitation for the offer. Okay. Let's see. We want it to align. That alignment reinforces your credibility and ensures that your message resonates authentically with the readers of the platform. Additionally, consider engagement and readership metrics, such as the number of shares, the number of comments, the number of active interactions in similar articles. Platforms with a responsive, engaged audience offer more potential for readers to connect with you and your content, increasing the chances of turning those viewers or readers into leads. Okay. Cool beans. That was the blog post. But you know, on the morning show, we give you more. So let me go to these show notes so we can give you some more value. Here we go. But before we do that, if you don't know who I am, my name is Shay Cannon. I'm your host. I'm an award-winning fractional chief operating officer with an exclusive clientele of 6- and 7-figure CEOs living my best life just 3 blocks from the beach in Mexico. All right. I use my superpowers to create a foundation of business growth to position online service-based entrepreneurs like you to generate your first 6 figures to fund your desired lifestyle of freedom, even if you don't have a team. All right. Cool beans. Now, let me give you more. I want you to start. I have a whole list. If y'all think yesterday's list was long, today's list might be longer. Okay. So get out your pen and your paper because I'm going to give you ways to determine whether or not platforms will work the way you need them to work. Okay. Because remember, our goal is to introduce ourselves to more and more of our ideal client so that they are a qualified sales lead for our offer. Okay, that is the goal. Our goal is not to get fame. Our goal is not to be known and popular. Our goal is to have more people that know us, like us, trust us, and will buy our offer. Okay, it's plenty of people out here that is popular and broke. And so we're not just trying to be popular. Okay, so these are a whole list I'm about to give you of the things you need to be considering about these platforms to see if they are a fit for what your ultimate goal is. All right. I want in studio people to be listening because I want you to grab at least 2 of them that you would not have thought of that you know you need to put in place. And we will be starting with Shawana Kennedy Media this morning. But here's your list. All right. We want to make sure that there's a demographic match. Okay. We know who our demographic is as far as our ideal client. We want to make sure our ideal client is within the audience and the readership of the platform. Okay. Because if they're not, then that might not be a good fit for us. Okay. We want to make sure that it has industry relevance. Like, is it relevant to the industry that your offer is in? Right? So if you offer something that is about health and you're going somewhere else to write an article, maybe they don't want to hear about health, right? If that the whole topic or subject matter or focus of that platform is not health, they may not want to hear about health. So that is something that you need to determine, right? Now, it doesn't mean that it's a definite no, but hey, we're going to put all this stuff together and decide, is it a good fit? Okay. What is the content focus? Okay. So we need to review the main topics covered by that platform because sometimes, even though the main topic of the platform is not the same as ours, it's still aligned, but sometimes it's totally not aligned. Okay. So we need to know what is the focus of the platform. Next, we need to know what are the audience pain points for that platform, right? Because sometimes people go to certain platforms to feel good, right? So they don't want you come over there talking about their problems. So you need to understand what is the audience pain point. Are they going to be receptive to the pain points that you bring up? Are they going to be aligned with the pain points that you bring up? You need to know that. Next, engagement on related topics. We kind of talked about that, but to kind of drive that home, different platforms have a plethora of topics that they focus on, right? So, for example, Dr. Tachi has a network, Indie Soup Network, and her network focuses on business, lifestyle, health, a whole bunch of stuff, right? So, other platforms, think about a magazine. Magazines have different topic focuses going all throughout the magazine, but we want to know the topic that's related to our topic. How is that engagement for that topic on this platform? Okay, because I mean, if you got a platform about monster trucks and they happen to have a small health section, we want to pay attention to is anybody paying attention to this health section in this monster truck platform? Because if not, then why would I waste my time? Okay, so that's something for you to think about. Language and tone. All right. First of all, you need to know what your language and tone is. Second of all, we want to look at what is the language and tone of some of these platforms, because some of them may clash with our language and tone. A lot of people cannot They're not very diverse with being able to change and pivot their language and tone. So if you're one of those people and you don't think that your language and tone is going to align with the language and tone of the platform, you can't come over there sticking out like a sore thumb and think it's going to have positive results, right? So make sure that the language and tone of the platform matches yours, or that you can pivot to their language and tone, okay? Because we want it to be what people are used to reading over there. All right. Next thing, social media presence. This is not always a big one because some platforms are so huge, they don't really use their social media presence because they drive a bunch of traffic themselves. But for some of them, it is very much a thing that we need them to have a social media presence. We need them to, especially on the platform that our ideal client is most likely to be on, okay? Because that's a whole nother layer of engagement we can have if they're on that social media platform. So it's not a deal breaker, but it's a good to know, okay? Next, case studies and testimonials, if they are available, right? We want to review any case studies and testimonials published on that platform or about that platform, okay? We don't want to be just assuming it's a great platform, they got our people over there, and then they got a bad reputation. We go over there and speak. Now we have inherited their bad reputation, or we're seen as having supporting them, right? It's election season, right? People are distancing themselves from Trump out here acting a fool in these political streets. We want to know. So you could meet Donald Trump at dinner, not know who he is, and think he has a quirky, funny little personality if you're living under a rock, right? But then if you do a deeper dive, you find out what his reputation really is. We need to do that with these platforms, okay? So pay attention to the comments, because people will go in the comments of the very platform and talk shit about them on their own platform. So that's one way to go and look and see what are people saying in the comments, all right? Advertising and partnerships. We want to look at who are these platforms partnered with, okay? Because they could be some of the people that we might want to partner with, or they could be some of the people that we never would want to partner with, and we would never want to be in the same place as them. You need to know either way, okay? Because also, if an advertiser that also has your target audience is advertising somewhere, they've done some of the research for you. So if they're there, more likely your people are also there, so you can go there too, okay? So they might have done that market research work for you. All right, next up, reader surveys and audience insights. Some platforms actually publish their reader demographics and their audience insights. Especially if you download like their press kit or something, they will give you the demographics. So if you can't figure out what it is, some platforms actually will give you that demographic, okay? Next up is examine reader profiles and comments and forums. So when those people comment and they are engaging, you can go to their profile to see, are these people your people, right? You can kind of just check out, so when you go to Medium, okay, Medium is a platform where you can publish and do contributing writing. If you go there, people have to do profiles to actually read Medium and to actually interact in Medium. So if you're over there, you can actually look at the comments and kind of like on Facebook, click the icon of the profile picture and get more information. So if we're using one of the other strategies, which is we just want to see, are our people there, or how are they engaging with our particular subject matter? You can then go and see, find your subject matter that's on there, right? Go and see who's commenting, and then look at their profiles to see if they're giving negative comments, are they even the right people that should be reading this, right? Now, if they're your people and they're giving negative comments, that's something else. But if there's somebody who clearly, why was you even reading this, right? So you guys know, when you go to the hotels and you look at the reviews and stuff, you need to be looking at not just the comments, but pay attention to what they're saying. They didn't bring me a clean towel every day. I might be all right with that. As long as when I came in, I had a clean towel and I'm only staying a week, I might be okay with that being a possible issue. Or what I'm gonna do is bring my own extra towel, if that's, because that might not be a deal breaker. Same thing. We need to know who these people are and then make it to where you are considering who the person is and not just what they said. All right. Cool beans. Now we need to look for niche subsections and categories. All right. Because let me tell you, where the riches is in the niches, it really is. So there is health, and then there might be weight loss under health. There might be supplements under health. There might be a whole bunch of stuff. So don't just look for health. Look and see, do they have niches into the broader topic to see if your niche is in there, or do you have the opportunity to kind of start a niche? If you're going to be an ongoing routine contributing writer, you might have an opportunity to be the owner of that niche on that platform. So it's worth looking at. Okay. Research, no, I don't need that one. Access the types of advertisers. We've already kind of talked about that. Let me see if I can find, where did I lost my, okay. Evaluate newsletter and email marketing topics, because a lot of these platforms that are digital platforms, they also have their readers' email address. And so they also send out some type of newsletter or some type of email marketing. So for some of these, no, every platform that you're considering, get on their email list so we can see what they're sending out, because there may be additional opportunities in there, right? So I can be a contributing writer. I might also have an opportunity to be featured in a newsletter. I might also have an opportunity to buy ad space in the newsletter. So we want to know about what is their newsletter and email marketing like. All right. Let me see. Is there anything else? I think we really pretty much covered all of this, because I got some stuff in here that's repeats. But all right, we're going to start with Shawana, but I'm going to go through these more simple without the description. So get ready, get ready, get ready. Demographic match. Is it a demographic match? Is it relevant in your industry? What does the content focus on? What are the audience pain points that are touched upon? What is the engagement like on related topics to yours? What is the language and the tone? What is the social media presence? Let's look at the comments to see what people are saying as testimonials or case studies, okay? Who are the advertising and partnerships they are connected to? What are the audience insights? Again, some of them have press kits or an area where they tell you about the demographics of their platform. What are they saying the demographics are? Analyze their content marketing angle. Let's see. Examine reader profiles. Look for niche categories and subsections. Let me see what else we had on here. Evaluate their newsletter and email marketing. I kind of do think that consider the language and cultural tone. I think that is a little different than just their language and tone. Cultural, we do want to know what their, especially as Black people, we want to know what is your cultural tone? Do you have an all lives matter culture going on? We want to know that, okay? So let's start with Shawana. All right, Shawana, what's a couple of these that you wouldn't have thought to pay attention to that you know now that you have to pay attention to?
The insights.
Okay.
Looking at the insights and even the subsections, because sometimes, depending on what I'm doing, when I am checking out a certain group or person, maybe I need to do a deeper dive. So I definitely like the insights, no, but like the comments, checking out profiles and things like that, I definitely do that to see who those people are and how real this is, how long. I look at the length of how many years they've been active and all, all those things. But I know, yeah, that insight in those subsections for sure.
Love it. Thank you, Shawana. All right, Kimberly, we think you're at the Dream Funder and can't come off the mic, so put it in the studio chat for us. And with that, we'll go to Dr. Latoya Davis. What are a couple of items you now know you need to pay attention to when selecting a platform to write for? Yeah, we ended that with a preposition, didn't we? Let's be all right.
I have the audience pain points and analyze the marketing plan or marketing strategy.
Yes, yes. I love how you guys really take in the information, because I can tell by your tone of voice and what you're picking that you now understand you have to start thinking deeper about this stuff. Like you can't just be picking stuff and be happy to be somewhere, because we have a goal in mind, right? So we go right back to that clarity of our goal to determine whether or not this is a good idea to do this. Dr. Tachi, what are a couple of items you now know you need to pay attention to when selecting a platform to write for?
Definitely the partnerships and advertising and engagement.
Love it, love it. And for you in particular, Dr. Tachi, because you're also looking for advertisers, sponsors, and partnerships. Hey, we could pick it back and see, oh, if you like this, then and this is what they're allowing you to do, and this is who their demographic is. Now I can pitch you because now the platform has done some of the work for you, Dr. Tachi, right? And picking these sponsors and seeing who is willing to sponsor platforms. So yes. Did you want to add anything else?
Oh no, I said exactly right. It's the same thing when, listening to podcasts and things all the time. You hear all the time, Squarespace, you hear BetterHelp, all these ones that so it shows you that they are where their head is in terms of who they sponsor and what they sponsor. So
Exactly. And I love it. And that goes for even people that do local stuff. Like if you have a brick and mortar, I know we don't really talk about brick and mortars, but even if you have a local event, right? You can go to Walmart and Target and some of those local franchises and see what their budget is for sponsoring people. They sponsor people every year. Now you have to find out. I wouldn't wait to your event to try to go over there. You need to go and do your rounds and find out what their deadlines are, what's the open season for them accepting choices to pick from and all of that kind of stuff. But there are plenty of people out there that sponsor stuff every year and have a budget for it. Like it's a line item for them. So find those people. All right, Dr. LaFera, what are a couple of items you now know you need to pay attention to when selecting a platform to write for?
I would say the advertisers and partnerships, because I probably want to partner with some of those people. And then I hadn't thought about the marketing strategy that they use, but I guess maybe marketing strategy, demographics, I always look at that because I don't want to be writing for something.
Yes.
And nobody's really caring because people don't want to care about, they don't care about being healthy as much as they care about gossiping and stuff. So that might not be my platform. So, but yeah, I would probably say those two things because I already do I look at people's comments and stuff before I decide to go somewhere.
Mm-hmm.
So yeah, those will be I guess my top two.
All right. Love it. Love it. Okay, let's go over here to the YouTube. Good morning, Dewana. Good morning, Shantali. And so Dewana said, definitely audience pain points and platform. I love that. I love that. Well, I got something for y'all. Okay, because I know that sometimes, even with all of this stuff, it's kind of hard to pick a let me share my screen. To pick some of these platforms or even to find them. Like, how do we even get a group of them to even start our evaluation of them? So y'all know I'm the ChatGPT prompt queen. So let me share this with you. And that is over here. I have a prompt for you. So this prompt is going to be in the show notes. And it's basically, I am, and put in your title, your unique selling propositions about you, and your clarity statement. My offer is, insert description of offer and deliverables. I'm looking to find the best online platforms to contribute in writing that will attract the attention of, give them some more about your target audience. These platforms should ideally include audiences who be specific about some characteristics or some pain points, and I gave you some examples. The ideal platforms would also have a strong reputation, high engagement, and active readership that aligns with. Go and throw in some more characteristics about your ideal client, because see, this is why you need to have that clarity of that ideal client, because we're niching it down, okay? And then we ask, could you recommend some online publications, blogs, or content sharing platforms that match this criteria? Okay, now let's go over here because I did it for myself. Okay, so I have on here, I am an award-winning fractional COO with an exclusive clientele of 6 and 7 figure CEOs living my best life 3 blocks from the beach in Mexico. I use my superpowers to create a foundation of business growth to position online service-based entrepreneurs like you to generate, I just dumped it in there as y'all can see. And then I had to say my main offer is a business roadmap designed to create a foundation to position the business for its first 6 figures to be followed while preserving the lifestyle of freedom for the online service-based entrepreneur. Okay. And then I said, I'm looking to find the best online platforms to contribute writing that will attract the attention of busy and frustrated entrepreneurs that have tried other strategies and not succeeded to reach or consistently make their first 6 figures in business. These platforms should ideally include audiences who are online service-based entrepreneurs. Yes, I keep repeating it. That are Black women who have been in business at least 2 to 5 years. The ideal platforms would also have a strong reputation, high engagement, and active readership that aligns with Black entrepreneurs that have been exposed to, value, and can afford coaching and done-for-you services. Y'all see how I threw all that extra stuff in there about my ideal client because I know more than 2 things about them? Okay, Clarity Clinic is the bomb, y'all. All right. Could you recommend some online publications, blogs, and content sharing platforms that match these criteria? All right, guys. So they have recommended Blavity, For Harriet. Some of these I've never heard before, but best believe I'm gonna check them out. Okay. Black Enterprise, Medium. So Medium is a platform that hosts other people to have their own like online magazine. So there are different like online magazines there on Medium. So when you hear about Medium as a platform, there are other people creating a platform on that platform over there. Okay. So you can create your own over there, or you can go and see who's over there. So this one is telling me that on Medium they want me to write for the Startup and Entrepreneur's Handbook, are 2 of them. Okay. Dr. Tachi is giving her love for Blavity and For Harriet. All right. All right. Afrotech, LinkedIn articles and posts. So I think they just want me to go over there and find some folks. Women of Color Coaching Alliance. Okay. Side Hustle Pro Podcast and blog. Minority Business Entrepreneur Magazine. And then I asked it, hey, give me some more without repeating what you already gave me. So we got Black Woman Boss. Dr. Tachi said Afrotech is great too. Same company as Blavity. Love it. The Mogul Millennial. Sheen Magazine. Hey Zindagi. I don't know what that is, but okay, I'm checking it out. Boss Magazine. The Every Girl. Her Magazine, In Her Shoes blog, The Boss Network, Brown Girls in Tech, Glow Up, Trailblazers.fm, Diverse Representation, Hello 7. That's Rachel Rogers, y'all. African American Marketing Association blog, the Honey Pot Company blog. So it gave me a whole list, y'all. So that will be in the show notes for you guys. So let me go. Kimberly put hers in the comments, y'all. So she said what stands out for her are the demographics and what is Cousins the right platforms? What are you talking about, Kimberly? I don't even know what that means, Kimberly. And you put it in directly to me so everybody don't see it. But demographics and Cousins, the right platforms, I don't know what that means. Maybe you can tell us later. Dr. Tachi said, I didn't even know Honey Pot had a blog. Oh, she said choosing the right, because baby, that Cousins. What? So demographics and choosing the right platforms. Okay, cool beans. All right. Does anybody have any questions about evaluating the platforms? Do you have any questions about yesterday, which was the benefits of the platforms? Do you have any questions before we get out of here? I'm gonna give you time to think of some questions. I'm gonna go to these announcements and then come back and see what questions you have. All right, announcements. Again, this is another week where you're going to need the show notes because we give more than what's in the blog in the show notes. There are only 2 ways to get the show notes. One way is for you to be in our group. And they are in the file section of the group. So shakehannon.info/group, be in the group. Number 2, you can get the entire morning show in your inbox. You will get a reminder to hop on YouTube in the morning, and then you will get in the afternoon an email with 2 links. One to the replay and one to the show notes. Okay. So to get the entire morning show in your inbox, go to shakehannon.com/show. All right. Now, The November calendar is out for the free group. And so all of the trainings, all of the events, all of the things are on there. shaycannon.info/group. Okay. Tomorrow is when we do day 2 of the next level clinic. However, it will mean nothing to you if you didn't do day 1. So if you want to do day 2 and you did not do day 1, you are forced to buy the success kit to get the actual replay. Okay, but you can do that. Go to shaycannon.com/next, sign up for the free event, and then sign up to get the success kit. For those who were there on day 1 and now want the success kit, it's not too late. Sign up for it. All right. Thursday, we have Collab Live. I will go live in the group at 12 p.m. Eastern time. And I'm going to facilitate. It is not a training. I am not going to teach you anything. I am only going to facilitate for those that show up. So your job is to show up and show up with 2 things. Number 1, what collaborations do you need in your business? And number 2, what you're willing to do in exchange for value for that collaboration. Okay. That is Thursday at 12 p.m. Eastern time. Friday, we have another Get Shit Done work session. The paid membership can jump on the entire time from 1 to 5. The free group, shaycannon.info/group, can jump on at 3 p.m. and catch those last 2 hours. All right. All right. Last call for alcohol. Any questions about what we talked about today? How to evaluate and select your platform to do your contributing writing on? Or yesterday's value was what are the benefits of being a contributing writer? Any questions? Dr. LaFera, you unmuted yourself?
I did.
Okay.
So when you were talking about the marketing, like seeing who their how they do their marketing and seeing who their sponsors and stuff are, what's the best way to find that information? Like, other than like in the I guess on their commercials and stuff, like they don't really have commercials like podcasts. So like, how do you find that stuff?
Okay. So like I said, you're going to sign up for their newsletter, right? Because that's one way that they market. Also,
Okay.
they have ads. So you're going to watch out for the ads and what ads that they allow. What is the form of those ads? Is it just written? Is it a graphic? Is it photos? Is it video? Right? So those are the ways that you're going to be able to see how they're marketing. Also, if they have a social presence, you could go on Facebook and see, are they running ads? So you can see that kind of stuff. So that's how you would look at it. Cool beans. All right. Any more questions?
I just want to make a comment. Well,
please.
question, comment. You could probably, that same prompt you could probably also use for the other things that we've been talking about as well, correct?
Yes.
Okay.
Most definitely. Most definitely. It is not, most of the things we talk about and the strategies that we talk about are not just that one topic that we're talking about. In fact, I think it's Thursday, we're going to talk about leveraging. And so we'll talk about that more then. But tomorrow we're going to talk about how to structure your articles for this contributing writing, because most of these people have specific structures that they want, and then you should have things in mind so that you can get what you want. So tomorrow we're going to talk about the structure of your articles. Okay. All right. That was last call for alcohol. The studio is closing in 5, 4, 3, 2,